Hello, everybody, and welcome to Casey's Corner. Yeah, I'm starting a podcast like every other bitch in town. I know, how original. But I've wanted kind of just like an outlet to literally just like blab and just like talk about whatever I want to talk about. And then I'll just like upload it and let it exist on the internet. So that's kind of my plan with this podcast is to literally just, yeah, talk about whatever I'm feeling, what's going on. Um, yeah, I had wanted to do this podcast for a while, but I kept telling myself, I was like, oh, I need to get like the right camera gear and I need to get the correct like mic set up. I need to like have all these upgrades so that like the quality is really good, which don't get me wrong, I will be doing that because I want the best. Duh. But I realized that I was doing the same thing I did before, where I was making excuses. Um, and then yeah, I that's like one of the reasons I wasn't doing like YouTube for a while, especially after college, because I was like, oh, I need all this like setup and gear, and I finally said like, no, girl, just start documenting, and that's when I started vlogging. So yeah, I'm trying to kind of have that same energy for this podcast, where I'm like, girl, get your phone out, grab this cheap mic you got from online, plug it in, and just talk. And if the audio sounds a little rough and the quality's a little rough, that's okay. It'll only get better with time. But you at least need to start. Less thinking, more doing. That's what I'm trying to do in 2026. So that's how I've arrived here. I've also have picked a really bad time to record this episode because my dad is currently cleaning the house, and I'm sure the audio is picking up on it, but whatever. Honestly, today has been just a weird fucking day. Like, the internet is down, so that's really awesome. I can't even like do my job because my computer's not connected to the internet. And yeah, I can't really like go online or on social media. You're probably also hearing my dog right now, maybe. His name's Yoda. He has congestive heart failure. So yeah, I fear he is on his way out, but I love him, and he's gonna live forever, so it's fine. But yeah, you might hear him yakking up his lungs every now and then. So I don't know how chaotic this audio is going to be sounding, so I'm just prefacing that. Um, oh, I think these things going again. Anyways, it's whatever. It's fine. The audio will get better with time, but I at least need to just start. So this is episode 1 of Casey's Corner. And Casey's Corner is actually a kind of like weekly design presentation I would do when I was at Portland State University in the graphic design program. One of my instructors, Kate Bingman-Burt, I TA'd for her, and she had me like do like yeah like little weekly presentations, and then I titled it Casey's Corner because I was like, "Ugh, that is so clever." Um, so yeah, now I'm reviving Casey's Corner into this podcast vibe. So this is, yes, Casey's Corner Part 2, um, the sequel. So yeah, I'm trying to like this kind of first episode. I think I'm more so just gonna talk a bit about life and where I'm at and how I'm feeling. I think it's just gonna be a shorter episode because I also don't really know what I'm doing. Um, so yeah, but where do I start? I got nothing. No, I'm kidding. I got a lot to say. I think I'm gonna start with kind of like maybe what's coming up, or no, where I'm at in life. Sorry, mine's a bit scattered. That's okay. That's okay. I also am like hearing myself talk. I'm like, God, you sound fucking boring. But I'm like, nah, that's just my inner critic. I have things to say. So if you want to listen, listen. If you don't, whatever. So be it. I don't really care. I'm literally just talking. Anyways, where am I in life? So currently, I am working 2 jobs. I My main job is a graphic design job. Kind of, it's remote, 9 to 5 vibes. Actually, not 9 to 5. I don't know why I said that. 7 to 3. Yeah, more like that. So that's what I do during the day, graphic design, and I live at home with my parents. Wah wah, because I can't afford to live on my own yet, or with people. I probably could, but I'm trying to get out of debt. So we're trying to be smart this year. But in 2027, I will be moving to Los Angeles. Ideally, with my friend Izzy. We're talking about that, trying to make that plan work. We got like a lot of logistics figured out, but I believe in us. But it is far out. But I will be living in Los Angeles in 2027. So manifesting, telling you that right now, because I just need a change of pace. I have only ever lived in Oregon my entire life. I'm tired of it. I love this state, but I need something different, something new. And I also want more sunshine. So, Los Angeles 2027. Get ready. Anyways, so I work there, and then I also work as a food runner at Soho House part time after work. So I have like some really long days doing like my main job and then food running in the evening. But I need extra money. So that's kind of where I'm at. But I've been doing that kind of setup since I want to say mm, September, October of 2025. And at first, it was really rough. When I first started the job at Soho House, I was like, I fucking hate this. Like, I hate this so much. This is awful. My feet hurt. Like, I hate it. Eventually, I kind of settled in and I was like, okay, that's really not that bad. Because when you have good coworkers, which for the most part I do, it makes the job just like so much better. So much better. Um, so I've gotten like some really cool people at the job, which is nice. I've also realized working now, like in like corporate and then like service industry, I'm sorry, there's just a lot more cool people in the service industry because like a lot of them are just like artists who are like trying to get by but then are also trying to pursue their art, and it's like, girl, I'm right there with you. Like that's me too. So it's kind of nice being able to connect with them and like, yeah, just understand what their artistic perspective is, and maybe trying to collab when possible. So I have realized that, which is nice because I'm like, okay, we're all out here just trying to figure it out and trying to make it, and one day at a time. But sometimes you just gotta clock in and get that money. So yeah, the I feel like working in the service industry has been pretty good for me and very eye opening. I'm also understanding a lot more about like how it operates, and I feel like it's just, I don't know, it's had made me have a deeper respect for like servers, and food runners and all that kind of stuff. Because I'd done like food, I've been in the food industry. I worked at Jamba Juice for almost 4 years, but that's different. It's not so much service industry like it is, but it's not like sit down kind of vibes. It's more like quick and go. So yeah, I'm working those two jobs, and it has been very tiring and a lot and overwhelming at times, but it has also allowed me a little more financial freedom in regards to pursuing things that I've wanted to pursue for a while. So I've finally been able to start doing electrolysis because I'm currently trying to remove all of my facial hair because I do not like my facial hair at all. I do not feel connected to it. It does not make me feel good. I would prefer to have a fully smooth face, and that I don't have to shave. So, yeah, I am doing that to get permanent hair removal. So I'm trying to do that like every other week kind of vibe, but it is expensive. But I had my first session like 2 weeks ago, and it honestly was a lot less painful than laser, which was shocking because everyone says electrolysis is so much more painful. But maybe just certain part that where they did it, maybe other parts are going to be worse. I feel like they might be. But still, oh my god, when I first got my laser session, that first ever laser session, I truly felt like my skin was burning. Like I was like, what the fuck is like this is horrendous. Like I hate this. Like I feel like this is torture. This is like actual torture. It was bad. It was so bad. As future sessions went on, got a little bit better, but still not my favorite at all. That zap fucking hurts. But electrolysis is just, yeah, a different sensation. So I've been doing that. And then the big thing, which also, side note, I vlog here and there. Uh, so check out my channel. I It's just my name, Casey Litchfield. But I'm thinking about maybe changing it because I was like, maybe I should try to like separate out my YouTube channels, like Casey's Corner. That's where I post these podcast episodes where I just talk about whatever. And then like Casey Vlogs. Or, I don't know. It's kind of basic. Yeah, everything's basic. Who cares? I'll figure it out. Either way, something. Yeah, I vlog. That's what I'm trying to say. But with the vlogging, what I'm trying to say is that I also talked about it on there. I recently, about a month and a half ago, I want to say it started in February. Either like, yeah, late February is when it started. February 28th, I believe. Or 14th. No, 14th. I took a 5 week intro to acting course, and it was awesome. It was amazing. I made some new friends, which was so much fun. I got to meet, other artists like me who have been wanting to pursue acting, and finally kind of took that step and like bet on themselves and took that class. And I had so much fun. I feel like I really was able to open myself up more and just be in touch with myself more, which felt super great because I used to love performing as a kid. But then I feel like I got older and it's just like things shifted, and I was like, okay, I need to grow up. I need to be an adult. Like, uh, this isn't meant for me, which sucks because I really did like it. And I do wish I would have done like theater when I was like in middle school or high school. Sadly, I did not, which can't dwell on regrets. Can't dwell on regrets. But I am now 26 years old trying to make that happen. So I'm actively just trying to push myself more, put myself out there more, be more in touch with kind of all the artistic sides of myself. Because one thing I've been struggling with is I felt like for a while when I got my first kind of corporate graphic design job, I felt very much defined by that job. I was like, oh, you are a graphic designer. Point blank period. That is what you are. And that's all you ever will be. And I don't know why I like boxed myself in like that, but I was like, oh, okay, right. Yeah. And then I finally reached a point kind of I want to say near the end of last year where I was like, "Oh my god, no. Like no, I am not just a graphic designer point blank period. Like what are you talking about? Like I am an artist. I'm an artist at heart. That's what I've always been. That's what I always will be. Why am I just like why am I doing this to myself?" So I was like, okay, I do like graphic design, but I don't feel as connected to it as I did when I was in college. And I'm like, I feel like I am kind of learning multiple avenues of kind of art and design and kind of starting beginning to understand them more in regards to like, okay, I can use these skill sets for different things, but this I don't want to just be this one thing. So it's like I have wanted to get back into acting for a while. I kind of felt like a pull to it, and I I do think also a part of that pull was watching Heated Rivalry. I will be honest, because seeing not just like the story or the characters themselves, seeing how life changed for Hudson Williams and Connor's story was honestly kind of a game changer just in regards to the fact of like pursuing your passions. I was like, okay, obviously not everyone has that like overnight fame, which I know it was not overnight fame. They'd obviously built towards it, but like how quickly their lives changed. But still, it was a reminder that it's like life can change at any moment, and if you just continue to show up for yourself and pursue your passions and your art, you never know what's going to happen. And I think seeing them doing that, I was like, wow, like that's crazy. And I was like, but I'd always been like certain things I'd be like, oh, okay, well, that's not for me. And I was like, but why am I limiting myself? Like, why am I saying that to myself? I was like, that's that inner critic. And I was like, okay, yeah, I want to do some more like performing. So I was like, okay, take the acting class. So yeah, I took the acting class, and I think I'm trying to just get more in touch with using myself as a canvas and like a, I don't know, a piece of art. So that's why I was like, okay, I want to do more acting and more modeling. So this year I've really been trying to, book more photo shoots, get myself out there more. I want to apply to a modeling agency this year. I want to take more acting classes soon. I'm thinking in May I'm going to sign up to take some at this other studio in Portland that offers classes. And I just want to continue to like show up for myself and push myself and expand myself as an artist. And yeah, whole lot of tangents I'm noticing in this podcast. But that's what podcasts are, I feel like. Anyways, to kind of go back to a certain point, the acting class was just super fun and amazing, and I really felt like I was able to get in touch with myself more and my emotions because I feel like I am a person who I feel things very deeply, but I don't always show them kind of physically, if that makes sense. Like I sometimes I've struggled a lot with my life, like having a wall up and trying to box my emotions, but like I do feel a lot of emotions, and I feel like through acting, I was able to kind of allow those emotions to like morph into something through a character, whatever the story was asking. And it felt so freeing because it was the only time where I felt like my brain truly was able to quiet down. Because when I was in that scene, I was so focused on that scene and how the character was feeling and what they were trying to get across. And it really allowed me to like calm my brain and just focus on, yeah, what is the character trying to say? What is their objective? What are they trying to get across? So I want to do more of that. I truly love that feeling. I am definitely terrified to like take another class with like a new set of people at a new place, like scary as fuck, but I will do it and I know it'll be good. But it's just that like putting yourself out there scary. I also want to do an improv class this year and some dancing classes. So like, I just want to get more in touch with my body and and performing through myself because I feel like I've denied myself so much of that my entire life. And I feel like I've always felt more in tune with myself when I'm doing things like that. Also, with like taking self portraits, I love taking self portraits, and I feel like that was where I was really able to tap into myself more. So I'm trying to find other avenues to tap into myself more, and that's also why I want to move to LA. Is I just want to be surrounded by like a bunch of creatives and be in that kind of creative industry and just try and just give it my best. And whatever happens, happens. You know, if I'm there for a year and then I'm out, great. I'm there for 2 years, 5 years, awesome. I have no expectations for anything, but I simply just want to continue to create and work with other artists. And yeah, so that's kind of where my mind has been in 2026. I just feel like I need to think less, do more. That has very much been my motto. And I'm trying to continuously live by that. So yeah, right now, I feel like I'm headed towards good things, even though life is a lot and very confusing. There's a lot of things happening, a lot of things I'm very much confused by. But I know that I'm building towards something beautiful. And I'm just happy that I'm putting myself out there more. I'm starting to like slowly feeling more in touch with myself and I don't know how I perceive myself, which has been, I don't know, pretty nice. Like I don't know, my hair's getting longer. I'm liking that. Trying to, yeah, get this face clear. I'm like feeling more and more aligned with myself, which is good. So, yeah, that's a bit of just where I'm at in life. I also, with this podcast, I want to like interview my friends too. So there will be future episodes where I'm doing that because that's probably also a little more enticing than just me like talking for like about whatever. But still, I'm not gonna apologize for that because it's a podcast. It's my podcast. I'm just saying whatever. So just a way for me to document where my mind is at this current moment. Anyways, I think I'm gonna end the podcast with talking a bit. I want to do like a movie review. I had a letterbox and I eventually deleted it because I realized that I was like I get too invested in the letterbox reviews. Like I'm writing like whole paragraphs about these films and I it's just it just wasn't working for me. Like there's so many films that like get stacked up. I was like, oh, I need to review that or this or that, and I'm like, bro, no. And then I was like trying to make TikTok movie reviews, and I don't know, I just didn't really feel connected. to that, and I ended up like archiving all of my TikTok posts because I was like, I'm still trying to kind of understand my relationship to social media and how much I want to post and where I want to post and how I want to promote myself, all these certain things. So still trying to figure that out. So yeah, TikTok, I'm like, okay, I'm looking at you, but I don't really know yet. So I'm like on pause with TikTok. But anyways, last Sunday, I saw The Drama, A24's movie with Robert Pattinson and Zendaya. It was really, really good. Also, really, really hard to watch. I would never, ever watch that movie again. That was not an enjoyable watch at all. That movie was so fucking stressful. It was so stressful. I was like, girl, what? On like the whole time, I'm like, oh my god, like I felt so uncomfortable. I was so uncomfortable. I was like, okay. Like it deals with a very touchy subject matter, which I will not say because go and watch the movie and find out for yourself. But yes, it's an intense movie. It's a very intense movie, but it was very good. I thought Zendaya and Robert Pattinson very much delivered. I feel like they worked well together. The overall pacing and story was super good, and yeah, I do enjoy kind of how the film ended. But oh my god, the movie is a lot, and especially when they kind of reveal like the big twist, you like which you'll see once you watch it. It's like, oh, okay. I was definitely like, all right, that's a lot. That one is a lot. That's a lot to hear. But overall, I'd recommend it. I gave it, I think, a 6.5 out of 10. So it was a solid movie, solid. But yeah, that's my review that I got. I'm going to ideally try to record these episodes every week. That's me probably being ambitious. Probably more like every other week. Not that I really have any like people really listening. So I'll upload when I upload. But ideally, I want to keep a schedule with myself. So that's my plan. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this first episode of Casey's Corner. The audio and the video will get better over time, but you have to start somewhere. And that's where I'm starting. And if it's a little rough, so be it. It's whatever. It's fine. I'm like a caterpillar right now. I'm in my cocoon. I'm not yet a butterfly with like other aspects of the podcast, but it will be. I will be blossoming soon. But yeah, right now I'm like, I'm chilling in like what are they called? Yeah, the cocoon. Just kind of like vibing, moving around, take my time, but still doing something. I'm still growing. So, anyways, yeah. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you at the next episode.